Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. I am so tired. It is my Sunday. I had a wonderful day yesterday. I went to the Pow-Wow and it was beautiful and wonderful, and I enjoyed it very much. The dances were really impressive, as were the regalia that they wear to do the dances. All the beadwork was phenomenal, and there is a type of dance called the Jingle dance for women, and they have these little conical bells that are about 2.5 inches long and maybe half an inch wide at the bottom, sewn all over their dresses. And the announcer said the dresses can weigh up to 75 pounds with all those bells sewn on. And they were out in the heat, like dancing and jumping to the rhythm, looking just absolutely stunning. And I had wave after wave of goosebumps, like listening to the drumming and watching the dancers. It was really, really beautiful. Even just walking from the bus stop in the parking lot into where the powwow was held, there were a few people in their full regalia, and the men have jingle bells. Some of the men had jingle bells sewn on, like they had like bands around their ankles that had jingle bells on them, and some had them elsewhere. One had jingle bells around his ankles and then 2 long straps that came up the sides of his legs that had jingle bells, so every step he took was like jingle, jingle, jingle. And even just walking into the grounds with them, with their jingles, was like sending wave after wave of goosebumps through me. Like, and I didn't get a clear memory, but it felt like a physical memory. It's really hard to explain. Something to do with a past life. And I'm not saying that I was Native American in a past life. I don't know. But I think even in my European heritage, there was something that was similar. I felt like I'd come home somehow. Part of me felt home. And then I just also had waves of sadness for what we've done to these tribes. We so nearly wiped them out. And I just learned yesterday, I'm reading Natalie Goldberg's Writing on Empty right now. And she wrote that during the COVID pandemic. And in it she talks about how COVID nearly wiped out some tribes in Arizona and New Mexico. I had no idea. So, on top of everything else. But, from what I saw yesterday, they clearly have so much going for them also. They are still really teaching their culture to the younger generations. The tiny tots dance with them and their regalia, even jingle dresses and the full headdresses and everything. That it was amazing how different that felt to me from the little boys holding grenade launchers at the air show. Like watching these kids dance with joy with their family members around and their family members drumming for them felt so different to me than the tiny tots holding guns and grenade launchers. Like it just... I'm grateful that I got to go to a powwow. I'm grateful that they allow us non-tribal members to go experience their culture. I feel enriched because of it. I'm so grateful that we did not wipe them out. I say we, even though I don't think any of my direct ancestors contributed to that, but I'm not positive. I have an ancestor that was a shipbuilder in Canada, and I have a feeling that if there were any tribes people in that part of Canada, it probably wouldn't have gone in the tribes people favor. Well, I know it didn't, if there were, because my ancestors still live there. So I really don't know what to do about that. I guess just acknowledge it. Do what I can not to perpetuate further strife. I got a drum bag for my drum, and it's beautiful. I will put a picture of it here. It has embroidered feathers on it, and it fits my drum with the beater perfectly, which is exciting. I did not order a bag for it when I ordered the drum, because I think the drum and the beater together were like $290, and that was already a lot for me. And that was also like when I first signed up for my shamanism course. So I had my first payment for that, and then ordering my drum, and it was quite a bit. So I just decided to wait on the bag, but they had them at the powwow yesterday, so I was able to get a protective bag for it, so now I can travel with it and keep it pretty safe, which is awesome. I didn't get a whole lot else. I got a fry bread taco, which was interesting and not the easiest thing in the world to eat. I ended up like eating all the toppings off the top with my fork, and then picking up the fried bread and folding it and eating it last. I also got a delicious sage and lavender handmade soda. Amazing. And then I got some Antler tips. I think I'm gonna include these. You saw my video yesterday about the necklace that broke. I think I'm gonna put these up the side. So we'll see how that goes. And then I got, I think for a separate creation, some little feathers. I think these are bone or maybe antler. I think they might be antler. And then this also. I love them. I love the way they feel. I love the way they sound. I just love them. I love them. I love them. And if you're curious about how I had money to spend on that stuff when I'm complaining about money all the time, my parents had gifted me and my ex-husband $1,000 cash when we got married, and I put it in the safe, and I kind of forgot about it. And we never spent it in our 2.5 years of marriage, and then we divorced, and I kept it, and I don't feel even a little bit bad about that. And I've just been taking $100 out at a time to go to things like the street fair I went to last month or whenever that was, and then this. And so, yeah, I don't spend it lightly, and I don't spend it on bills. Like I consider it celebratory money and fun money, and I spend it on things I really want instead of things that maybe I need. And I think it's important to do that. A friend of mine a few weeks ago, I think she maybe commented on one of my YouTube videos about how at one point in her life she was just spending all of her money on like other people's gifts, like graduation gifts, wedding gifts, all kinds of stuff. Oh, and medical bills. And when she looked back at her expenses, she'd gotten gifts for a bunch of other people over several years, and nothing fun for herself, like nothing that she wanted. Like it was all just spent on bills for herself. And we can't do that. Like morale drops pretty quickly when you just give outwardly all the time and only spend things on things that are like quote unquote necessary. And I mean, that's not to diminish them being necessary, but I don't know. I think some necessary things are more necessary than others. I'm gonna like back myself out of there. I don't want to get too much in the weeds there. Trooper, I'm not gonna throw your ball right now, buddy. Let me finish this, please. I'll throw it in a few minutes, okay? If I'm outside, that means I am the ball thrower, and that's my only purpose if I am outside, according to Trooper. I think I hear an osprey. I wonder if that'll come across in the video. Trooper, can you not? Thank you. Since my friend who's a real estate broker is coming over today, and it's soon, I don't know actually how to tell how soon. I think it's an hour or so. I first woke up at 4:41 this morning, and I could have gotten up then. Like, I felt kind of awake, but I knew that as soon as I woke up, I was gonna have to start being productive, and that just like totally killed my motivation. So I did a Breathe with Sandy video, and then I still didn't feel ready to get out of bed, so I did Suzanne Robichaud. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her last name, but she does hypnotherapy meditations, and I really like her a lot. So I did one of those, and then I did another one, and I might have even done a third one, and I still did not feel motivated to get out of bed. So then I found a couple of tapping videos, and I finally, after 2 tapping videos, I was like, okay, I feel like I can get up and be productive now. And that was around 7, I think, 7:30 maybe even. And I made my bed, started laundry, vacuumed, realized that the beater bar of my vacuum was full of hair, so I cut that out. Oh, checked on my chicken, and she was almost out of food, so I got a new bag of food and filled her feeder. And then cut that bag apart and cleaned it so I can recycle it with Ridwell. What else? Showered. I feel like there's more that I'm forgetting. Anyway, I've been busy for the whole time since I got up. And again, I intended on doing some yard work this morning before she came, and that's absolutely not going to happen. And I'm just going to have to let that go. Forgive myself. Oh yeah, I also did my weekly reporting to the unemployment office. Even though I worked overtime, I still have to report every week, so that on the weeks where I don't work a full 40 hours, they will pay me. I ran the transcript of yesterday's video through Lumo AI and got my description, my timestamps, and my pinned comment, and edited a screenshot from it for my thumbnail. Got that all put up. Uploaded yesterday's video, which I'd forgotten that I hadn't uploaded because it was still saving when I left the house, and I didn't want to upload it over data. I wanted to upload it over Wi-Fi, so I uploaded it. I still have to do all the description and crap for it. I'll do that later when I do the one for this one. I think yesterday was so wonderful that it really reminded me of that essay I mentioned from Tom Scryleus a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, talking about why he hates vacation and how after vacation work feels even more hellish, and like after having my bare feet on the grass and feeling the drumming through it and watching these amazing dancers, and just feeling this incredible energy course through my body. Oh yeah, and right when I got there, a crow flew through the ceremony area, and dragonflies, a ton of dragonflies were flying over it the whole time, and I just felt so connected to the earth, and the idea of going back to work after that, it's just disgusting. It's just no, I don't want to. So yeah, definitely shows me the contrast. But I know even once I leave work, I'm still gonna have to focus on my energy. I won't say yesterday was perfect. As I was leaving, a couple of men were having an almost-brawl in the parking lot. They had people keeping them apart, but they were trying to get at each other, and so that shows that not all is perfect, and unicorns and rainbows and butterflies. Like, definitely have to still manage your own energy no matter what your lifestyle is. So it was a good reminder. I still think it'll be easier for me to manage my energy when I don't have the nonsense at work. And maybe I need to tap on this. One of my coworkers during the Friday meeting said that they'd mentioned something to me in passing that I was doing wrong about the proof thing that I mentioned yesterday. And that's not how I remember the conversation. but I didn't bother saying anything because I felt like the conversation was already going on far too long. And sorry, I live right next to an airport, a pretty big airport, so planes be planing. But it's bothered me. It's bothered me ever since. And this isn't the first time that he singled me out during a meeting. Without me doing anything. Like, this was before I got frustrated. But he'll just be talking about something and he'll be like, oh, and I mentioned to Jules, blah, blah, blah. And each time I'm just like, why the fuck are you pulling my name out as an example out of nowhere? And I feel like it's happened at least twice, but maybe 3 times now, me specifically. And I feel like I must trigger him somehow for him to be like pointing me out as an example of what's going wrong. I don't know. And the weird thing is, like, I generally like him, except when he does shit like that. Like, fuck off. And my bandwidth is already so low that I just don't have the patience for it. And like, I don't care enough about what he's pointing out to like really change it either. So I guess I'm just gonna keep triggering him. So yeah. Alright. I feel like I should wrap this up so I can save it and upload it and mentally prepare for my friend's arrival. But before that, let's pull a Natalie Goldberg card from the Writing Down the Bones deck. We are on card number 16. Write for 10 minutes using a number in every line. What? Let's see what she has to say about this on the back. She dialed his cell phone 3 times, ate 1/3 of an apple, thought of him 17 times in an hour, and plucked 8 hairs from her chin. Notice the delight in the precise odd number. Don't use the usual, a dozen, 10, 100. Keep it odd so the mind can rough up against the words as we read them. Nothing glib like, I did lots of sit-ups. No, I did 14 sit-ups, and then I quit. It was the 16th day of no alcohol. Hey, my daily naming of my videos. I think we're on day 76 here. I left the gym and walked 21 times around the same block. Get it? The specific, less predictable numbers intensify the authenticity, the believability. All right. I can see how that would be a challenge and maybe kind of fun. I hope you enjoy that. All right. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be wealthy, may you feel at ease, and may you love and accept yourself exactly as you are, even if you have none of those things. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.